With its latest camera, Panasonic is once again planning to dominate mirrorless video. The 24.2 megapixel full-frame S1H is a veritable powerhouse, delivering 6K 10-bit video. That's on top of other desirable features like in-body stabilization that will appeal to vloggers, filmmakers, and video pros. On the spec sheet, no other mirrorless camera from Sony, Canon, and Nikon can match it. And while Blackmagic's Pocket 6K beats it on video quality, it lacks crucial S1H features like autofocus and a fully articulating screen. The problem may be the price. At $4,000, you'd have to be a pro or a serious amateur to pony up that kind of cash. To see if it lives up to the price and specs, I took it for a half-day spin at a Panasonic event in Los Angeles. At 2.5 pounds, the S1H is a very heavy camera, which can be a positive or negative. It might be too heavy for vloggers, but other shooters will find it more stable for handheld shooting. It weighs more than Panasonic's earlier S1 and S1R because of a new rear display. It both tilts and swivels, letting you film yourself or shoot from creative angles. Vloggers will love it if they have the muscles to carry it all day. The S1H has the same 5-axis in-body stabilization as before, but how does it work for video? I found that it could smooth out handheld static shots if you forget your tripod. However, it's no substitute for a gimbal when it comes to tracking shots. It's got the same fast, sharp 5.76 million .EVF as the other two models. I love it. It really gave me a true picture of what I was shooting. You also get a full array of ports, including USB-C with quick charging, microphone, HDMI, and headphone ports. Panasonic switched up the storage, giving you two SD UHS-2 slots instead of the UHS-2 and XQD slot found on the earlier models. As for the autofocus, it works better than it did on the earlier cameras. I found I could track faces and keep moving objects in focus with much less of the hunting I saw on earlier models. Now let's talk about video quality. You can shoot what Panasonic calls 5.9K using the entire full-frame sensor with 1 billion colors at up to 30 frames per second. 4K video works at up to 60 frames per second and Full HD 120 frames per second, but both are cropped to APS-C. The idea with 6K is not to publish videos at that resolution, but use it to reframe shots and deliver in extremely crisp 4K. The S1H has the same dual native ISO sensors found on the GH5S. It's designed to deliver better video in low light, and I found that the S1H was nearly as good in dim conditions as Sony's impressive A7 III. Thanks to the 10-bit option and 14 stops of dynamic range, I was able to deliberately shoot poorly exposed video and still find detail in the highlights and shadows. Overall, it delivers impressively sharp and color-rich video, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it show up in everything from vlogs to feature films. After spending a few hours with the S1H, it looks like Panasonic has assumed its rightful place as the king of video-centric mirrorless cameras. The problem is the $4,000 price. For less than half that, you could get Nikon's excellent Z6, the Sony A7 III, or Fujifilm's powerful X-T3. I think that Panasonic could get away with $3,500, but $4,000 will be a tougher sell. Still, if you've got the cash, the S1H is the best mirrorless camera for video shooters, period. Hit subscribe, and for more camera coverage, check out Engadget.com.